Hello everyone, and welcome to the finale of Skylander Spyro's adventure. Last time, we finally completed the Core of Light, and outside of video I made sure that Chop Chop could get his final upgrade ability to the Demon Blade of Chaos, because I think he's gonna need it for this level, because the only thing that awaits us now is Chaos. And man, this final fight is gonna be very intense. So let's go talk to Hugo and enter the portal to the Lair of Kaos.
Splendid! Now I'll just use the core to send you there. Let's see. I simply punch in a few coordinates here and... Well, I guess the core works pretty fast.
I sure wish we could go with the Skylander. Then we could all take down Chaos together.
I agree, Callie. But I think this is something our hero must do alone.
You have arrived at the moment of truth, Portal Master. Only you can defeat Chaos and rid his evil from Skylands once and for all. But beware, Chaos's elemental servants lurk throughout. Go forth and find the entrance to Chaos's castle. It is there you will meet your destiny. Good luck, Portal Master.
Let's do this thing. So, starting things off. Of course, the fire Skylanders are stronger in this area. But first of all, Spyro's going to be able to annihilate all of these guys, and we'll reveal a teleporter. Teleporter will take us all the way up here, and I'd like to mention the whole reason that I picked the Wii version of this game for this Let's Play, outside of all the other things I've mentioned about the initial versions. The whole reason I picked this game is for this final level. So the Wii version and the 360 version have similar but different final levels. Where in this case, the 360 version for one bit is way worse. Like legit, like bottom 5 levels in the franchise bad. It's not good. That version of Lair of Kaos is absolutely awful. Okay, it looks like we're getting stuck with a choice here. I think I'm gonna go for the food for this situation, just because I really want to get to full health for this next segment, because money doesn't necessarily matter for me right now, because these Fire Kings are gonna be mean. This level in general is really mean, because it's gonna throw everything it has at you, and also a magic zone for us to go through. So this should be pretty simple. Let's see. So yeah, we got some bounce pads and some blades that we just need to dodge and everything. Nothing too bad, but if you do get hit, it does a lot of damage, so you want to be pretty careful. Okay, so now we're just gonna have to go across all of these in order to get a hat. Let's go open this bad boy up, and we should be able to get the final hat of the game. Maybe. Nope, we didn't get all hats found. Nope, we did. Which are, wabbit ears. Funny that that's the last hat in the game. Anyway, let's get a move on, because I don't know if there's anything over here as well. Is there gonna be a treasure chest? Oh, a bounce pad that might lead... Yeah, it's gonna lead over here. Okay, this next bit looks like it's gonna be a little tricky. So, let's drop down. Gonna have to follow this blade all around here. We get to this bounce pad, and yep, take this bounce pad over here, we can get this treasure chest, which I am definitely going to open from a safe distance. There we go. Now we're going to be able to get a lot of treasure. Yep, and Spyro literally just needs a little bit more before he's able to get his final upgrade, which, we'll see if we can get that in this Let's Play. Might not be able to show it off in any levels, but it'll be cool to be able to buy that. Anyway, now that we're done with the... We're just gonna have to find our way out of here. Which shouldn't be too bad. Oh, gosh dang it. Of course I get hit. Yeah, these blades do a lot of damage and are just not that fun to deal with. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for that bounce pad to move around because this one is just stagnant. Though there is some ham over there. I might grab that before I leave. Just be safe. Yep, there we go. We got the ham. And now let's get out of here. And now we're gonna swap over to, I think we'll swap to Gilgrunt for this next section.
Who's gonna beat that?
All right, let's get a move on because we got a lot of ground to cover. So the Path of Fangs can be a little annoying given those little things will just hurt you all the time. And oh wow, we get to choose between money and an actual collectible item. I think the choice is very clear.
Some say Chaos was born a prince, but after years of suffering insults about his ugly looks and bad smells, he kicked his father in the widdershins, gave away his royal name, and headed out into the wilderness, along with his faithful and equally ugly butler, Glumshanks.
I don't diss my man Glumshanks like that, and also for some reason, widdershins, I found that to be stinking hilarious as a kid. That's just that phrase as a kid, just because it sounds hilarious. Anyway, we're gonna go for the gold for this one, because why not? And now we're gonna have to deal with 2 of these Fire Kings. Thankfully, we have the triple shot harpoons, so these will be able to do a good amount of damage to them. Our water hose as well. Okay, gotta be careful though, because these guys can do a lot of damage, as demonstrated earlier. And so can those. Oh gosh. Okay. Almost through this section. Okay, and it looks like we need 3 keys. Now this is the area where things were really, really bad in the console, like in the PS3 and 360 version, because this is where things change quite a lot. So in the 360 and PS3 version, there would be these platforms you have to go across, and they'd have those stupid little things from earlier that would constantly hit you. Here, though, first of all, we get a key. But first of all, here, though, we just get diverging paths. Thank goodness. This is so much better. It's not even funny. Why did they think to change this in the in the console in the PS3 and 360 version? Oh, right. This segment. Okay, so unfortunately, we will have to choose between a legendary treasure and a treasure chest, and we can't get both, unfortunately, so I might have to restart the level sometime after I get them. So I'm gonna pick this one, the legendary treasure first. We will be back for the treasure chest at the superior regalia. We got a lot of gold from that. Dang. We're gonna go over here really quick. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna restart the level in a moment. So I'll see you all back here for the second pick. All right, back here, we're gonna go ahead and grab the treasure chest again. Or I say again, we're gonna go for the treasure chest path this time and get a lot of gold. Okay, not as much as I was expecting. Actually, no, it might be as much as I was expecting. That's pretty decent. Anyway, I swapped over to Trigger Happy and everything just because I felt like he would be really good for this section. And also just replaying this area in general, just because, good lord, who knew a condensed area with bouncy bullets and everything would make you completely and utterly busted? Anyway, we're also going to charge up the Golden Yamato Blast so I can show you all what it can do. Like, look at that damage, 160. That is insane. But anyway, we're going to go down here and grab our next key. So that's 2 down and 1 more to go. And honestly, we're doing pretty good on time here. Like, I was actively expecting this to take forever, but hey, it's actually going pretty well. Anyway, let's just try to... Oh my lord, those things do so much damage and have such obnoxious range. Still better than the 360 version. I'll always say that. Anyway, I think I'm going to swap over to Terrafin for this next part. Partially because he kind of exploits the heck out of this area. So first of all, though, I do want to break some... of course, the minute I swap over to him, it's now magic, but that's fine. Because we can just burrow, and we won't be able to get hit at all. I knew it. I stinking knew it. There were going to be... will be 2 separate paths again, so I'm going to have to replay this again. I should have known. Anyway, we can get Double Trouble Soul Gem. which is Water Walker. Let's go take a look. Double Trouble, in my opinion, is actually a really underrated Skylander. He's so much fun to use, and I was heavily debating using him in this Let's Play, but I ultimately decided against it. Anyway, time to replay this section again, just to get that treasure chest. Alright, finally, after going all the way back here, we can finally get this treasure chest. Also, yes, Terrafin is now level 8. He did that much slaughtering. He got that much EXP. And there we go, we got the final treasure chest, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep, that's it. That's the final treasure chest. Dang. That's actually pretty funny to think about there, because that's it. That's all the collectibles and everything in the game. That's actually the first time I've gotten everything in this game, so I'm really happy with that. Anyway, let's take down these last few guys and grab this key. There we go. And now we gotta walk all the way back there. Thankfully, we're using Terrafin, and Terrafin, not gonna lie, he's probably one of the best Skylanders for this level, since his burrowing ability gives him invincibility and can just avoid these traps like no tomorrow. It kind of feels like cheating, but I don't care because those traps are pretty obnoxious. Anyway, let's go all the way down here and use these keys, and then I'm gonna swap to, I believe I'll swap to Chop Chop this next segment. Yeah, let's go swap over to Chop Chop.
Rose to battle.
Very nice. And now we're just gonna have to deal with this tech spell punk. These guys are everywhere in this level. It's kind of annoying, but oh well, we'll be able to deal with them just fine. Even though this segment is a little annoying. But yeah, as you can see, Chop Chop now has his Cursed Demon Blade, which is really good. It does a solid 20 damage for every swing, with a pretty high chance of critting. So yeah, really good. Alright, a few more enemies we need to deal with. Bring it on. These guys don't stand much of a chance against Chop Chop, because Chop Chop right now, he's got the range and everything to deal with these guys. But this isn't going to be it, though. There's going to be a lot of enemies coming at us. There we go. Okay, now some tech spell punks we'll need to fight alongside some of the fire imps. And another one of the kings. Couldn't be too bad. There we go. And just like that, we slaughtered all of them. So now, we can go onto this platform and fight Chaos.
Go forth and find the entrance to Chaos's castle. It is there you will meet your destiny. Good luck, Portal Master.
Fired up.
All of your Skylanders have returned to full health.
Foolish apprentice! You've played right into my hands! So what if you've managed to survive and take all of the eternal sources? Big deal! If you restored the so-called core of light, it's all for nothing! Because now you have followed me into my realm, and here I am, all-powerful, and you are nothing!
here we go. Final fight against Chaos and his Chair of Doom. So for this fight, he's going to spawn in a lot of his Doomlanders. And we're going to have to do our best to do as much damage to him as possible. Thankfully, we have a lot of our good abilities and everything, such as the Daybringer Flame. We should be able to do some good damage.
I have to laugh. I have to! Because even though you somehow managed to not get squashed, you now face the most hideous and powerful of all my minions! Meet the same minion who destroyed the Core of Light, and will do so again. Meet the beast that sent Eon to his well-deserved bodiless oblivion! Meet my Hydra!
This thing is one of the most obnoxious things I've ever fought in this whole series. Why? The Hydra makes it so you have to stay on your toes throughout the entire fight. And you know what? I think I'm gonna swap over to Stealth Elf for this next bit, because holy crud is this part actually gonna be really rough. So, the Hydra is gonna swap between its many different heads and everything in order to bring in different things that we've dealt with before, but remixed. In this case, the blue one will bring in the Horde of Doom Sharks. Like, oh my lord, look at them all. They are everywhere and are not fun to deal with whatsoever. But thankfully, Stealth Elf is able to do a lot of damage to him.
Interesting. It seems you are more skillful than Eon after all. Perhaps there is something special inside you. And I think I'll just have my brawlers bash it out of you, so I can get a better look at it. Ah!
Alright, here we go. So we're gonna have to deal with Evil Stump Smash, Evil Eruptor, and I don't know who else. I think this is actually it, but thankfully, these guys aren't too difficult to deal with. Stealth Elf is going to be able to deal with them pretty easily since she is really strong and does so much damage. It's actually insane. There we go. Alright, so we're going to dodge and we're going to swap over to, I think we'll go to Whirlwind for this next segment. I'm going to try my best to showcase everyone during this fight because this fight is a little rough. Okay, so let's go launch some of our clouds here and there, and okay, we're going to have to deal with Evil Slam Bam next, which, oh well, he's not going to be, okay, he's going to be a little rough to deal with, especially since Whirlwind isn't the best at dealing with melee characters too much, outside of like kiting them and everything, like so. And on top of that, Electro Clouds aren't the most effective here, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can lure him into one of them. Okay. Here we go, he's using this water attack again for the Doom Sharks. Okay. Doesn't look like Chaos has spawned in anyone else, though, so that's a good sign. So let's go ahead and launch some more of our clouds and everything and get some more damage going. Okay, Slam Bam is back, so we're gonna have to do some more damage to him. Shouldn't be too bad.
I've had it up to here with your incompetence. Actually, no, even higher. Up to here! Besides, I have 3 more minions who are much more deserving of this privilege.
Silent, but deadly.
Little Hawk. Little Hawk. Little Hawk.
Alright, so now we gotta be really careful here because we're gonna have to deal with 3 of the more annoying ones to deal with, being Stealth Elf, Ghost Roaster, and I'm trying to remember who the last one showed up was, but yeah, this is not gonna be fun for us to deal with whatsoever. Okay, let's launch some of our clouds out and see how much damage we can do here, because Ghost Roaster is just gonna keep spamming his attacks over and over again. Oh gosh. But we couldn't defeat any of them. That's not great. Might have to swap from Whirlwind to someone else here, so I think I'm gonna go for... I think Chop Chop might be the good might be a good answer here. And again, it's him or Gilgrunt. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, for this section in particular, yeah, I think Chop Chop's the way to go, so we can do a lot of damage to Chaos while he's in his chair of doom. Okay, Evil Zap. There we go.
Minions! What is wrong with all of you? All you have to do is defeat one measly apprentice. Ah, never mind. I have 3 minions more. That should do the trick.
Guide my soul.
Okay, here we go. So first of all, Evil Zook and Evil Chop Chop. We're gonna show them who's the better Skylander in this case. So first of all, Zook goes down pretty easily. Okay, Sunburn's coming up to take his place though, so this will be a little tricky here. Especially since Sunburn does a lot of damage. Chop Chop, this is your time for redemption after one of your weak showing during the undead fight, and you're already proving yourself. Okay, time for the undead dragon to do the undead head to do his thing, which is not fun at all. Chop Chop actually can't hurt him. Okay, I might have to swap here. Yeah, I'm swapped. No, Chop Chop's down. Crud. Well, so much for no lives lost. All right, I think our best bet here might be Trigger Happy for this situation if he's bringing up the undead head. And okay. Oh well, Chop Chop did his job though. He took down a lot of the minions. He took down 2 of them. Alright, it's time for Trigger Happy to do his part. Oh! Okay, the undead head is going to do his thing again, and it's going to be very annoying, I can already tell. Ouch. Okay, we can't really do the Golden Yamato Blast on Chaos. We're just going to have to keep firing with everything we've got while moving around, because this is a not so fun part here. Legit, the undead dragon, the undead head is so annoying to deal with, but let's just keep blasting the heck out of Chaos and see what happens. Okay.
How is it possible that all of the lame evil minions work for me? Oh! Whatever! Even if my next 3 minions are lame incompetents, at least they're far-shooting lame incompetents! Ah! And they will spell your final defeat!
Be afraid of the dog.
Alright, now we need to deal with some of the more annoying ones, being Gilgrunt, Hex, and Flameslinger, so a lot of ranged ones. This would have actually been great to have Chop Chop for, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to make do with what we've got. Okay, come on. Golden Yamato. No, Trigger Happy's down 2. That's not good. Okay. I think Gilgrunt is our next best option here. This is rough. I knew this fight was going to be rough here, but dang, I didn't realize how insane a lot of the Doomlanders would be. Okay. Switching over to Magma again. I don't know what to expect for this one. Be careful here. Okay, he's going to bring out the orbs and everything. These are usually pretty annoying to deal with, but thankfully Gilgrunt does a lot of damage. Took down Evil Gilgrunt. That's good. Okay, Evil Hex is showing up too. Okay, let's take care of Hex real quick. Okay, took a bit of damage there, but there we go. Hex is down. Only got Evil Flameslinger left out of this batch of minions. Got him. That was easy. Then again, they did take out Trigger Happy, so that's rough. Alright, fire one again. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna have to stick over here. Ouch. Do a good amount of damage to Chaos. Come on, Gilgrunt. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna see what's gonna happen next. Okay.
I don't understand it! Don't you know who I am? Haven't you heard that it's a bad idea to mess with Chaos? All I need is my High Dragon to defeat you, fool. That and my super strong, ultra destructive, all powerful mechanical suit, that is.
And just like that, Chaos restored all of his HP. This is where the fight gets really rough here. So, here's the plan. We're gonna fire at Chaos every chance we get because this is now where things are gonna hit the fan. The Hydra is gonna combine its attacks and everything into an insane degree, and we're gonna have to be very careful with how we do things. Like, this is gonna get really rough here. We're gonna be on our toes the entire time. Okay, cool. We got some good damage on Chaos there, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. As this next phase is gonna happen. Okay, we do have a chance to heal here, but this is rough. Okay, Chaos is gonna get stuck again. He has his mechanical suit. Despite him hyping it up earlier and everything, it's really not that good. Okay, cool. We're gonna get a bit of an easier phase here for at least that. Okay, we're gonna stand in the middle here and do a lot of damage to him and hope for the best. Ouch. Okay, we got hit there. That's not great. Okay, ouch. No. Gilgrunt's almost down too. Okay, I'm gonna swap from him really quick. We are running really low on options here, but I think it's time for Terrafin to get his money back. Okay. Let's go have Terrafin start just messing up Chaos really quick because he does an insane amount of damage. He's one of our best heavy hitters right now. Like, look at all the damage he's doing. Okay, here we go again. Life 1 is going to do something ridiculous, I can already tell. Thankfully, though, Terrafin kind of ignores everything, so we're set. We can just keep pummeling Chaos and we'll be fine. Okay, Doomsharks are coming in, though. That's not the best for us, but thankfully Terrafin can use this as a way to kind of heal, I guess. It didn't look like it was actually healing him. Okay, that's not great. Terrafin is getting dangerously low now. Okay, can we get any HP back? No, we can't because we're technically not tangible. And, yep, Terrafin's down. Okay, crud, we only really have like 4 Skylanders left, and Gilgrunt's really low, so we're gonna swap over to Stealth Elf, since she was very successful earlier. Okay, let's go do a lot of damage to Chaos now. Stealth Elf is actually gonna be really good for this. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna see if... Yep, we're almost there. Okay, gonna swap over to Eruptor really quick. See if we can finish the job. Okay, here we go. Gonna swap over to the Magma one, which means that it's gonna be first. That is gonna be first up for everything. Okay, careful. It's gonna use a eruption attack on him really quick. Just keep spamming eruption. We're good, and we're done. Chaos has been defeated.
You think this is over? Ha! You think wrong! In fact, I think you think that I cannot win! I assure you I can! There will come another day. Oh, not now, maybe, but soon. And we will meet again. And on that day, I, Chaos, will introduce you to your sweet, sweet oblivion! Fear my giant floating head. Fools! Release me at once or face your unimaginable doom! Do you really think this cheap magic trick can hold me? Chaos! Ow! Hey!
Cool your jets, small fry. We've heard enough out of you.
Finally, something we agree on. You know, you're okay when you're not putting your foot in your mouth.
Back at you.
Okay, seriously, I'm gonna barf now. Eon? I know you're here somewhere. You and your apprentice portal master. Go ahead! Send me back to the Outlands. It won't do any good. I'll just keep coming back again and again and again until Skyland is mine!
Actually, Chaos, you're not going to the Outlands this time.
What?
I have something more fitting in mind for you. Hugo, would you please?
Me? Oh,
Thank you, Master Eon. You're gonna love this. We made a few upgrades.
Okay, look! Let me go and we'll split this place. 70-30. What do you say? Okay, how about 60-40? 50-50? Okay! Uh-oh. You haven't seen the last of me!
Wowzers, now that's fast.
Hey! What the? Everything's getting bigger! Wait! I'm getting smaller! What? Where? Where am I? Oh, what the smell? Ah! A horrible monster! Oh, yeah! Cut it out! This is no way to treat your emperor! Oh, this stinks!
You have done well, Portal Master. We may have seen the last of chaos and the darkness, but there is more to do. The journey with your Skylanders is only just beginning.
And that, my friends, was Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. All in all, gosh, I'm so happy I decided to play the Wii one instead of the 360 one because...
Well now, looks like you did it. You beat the game. The whole enchilada. The complete shebang. The entire ball of wax. Make no mistake, wax can be tricky stuff. I should know. To beat a whole ball of it into complete and total submission, well... Wowzers. I gotta tell ya, I am really impressed. Mostly with how I did, of course. I mean, you don't get to be a living legend like me without doing at least as well as I just did. Oh, and yeah, you did okay too. Thanks for the assist. From one hero to another. Boom!
Thanks, Flynn.
You know, I think the secret to my awesomeness comes down to three important things. You can take notes if you want. Limitless skill, boundless courage, breathtaking good looks, and of course, my ability to count. I know. You're probably saying to yourself, hey, how come I didn't spend more time with Flynn? Yeah, I say that a lot too. Well, don't you worry, this ain't over. Plain truth of it is, you can keep playing. Oh, sure, we saved Skylands, you and me. But don't let that stop you. Go on and find every secret, get every upgrade, beat all of Callie's heroic challenges, and mostly, come and hang out with me some more. Listen, you only go through life one time, my friend. And you gotta lock onto its horns with all you've got and ride it out, no matter how wild it gets. That's right. And when you're out there, hanging on to that giant blue bull of life with nothing to keep you going but the burning memories of our awesome heroic adventures together, I know exactly what you'll be saying. Thank you, Flynn. And I say, you are welcome. You know, these credits could have been a whole lot shorter if they'd just thanked me and got it over with. I mean, I guess they just want to show you who worked on this game, and I don't know, the whole thing seems kind of egotistical to me. I mean, you don't see me walking around bragging about all the great things I've done. Believe you me, I've done a lot of them. In fact, if you think about it, we're the ones who actually just did all the work. I mean, saving Skylands and all. They really should have just had a big old picture of us up here, and then we could all go home. I know a lot of ladies out there would certainly appreciate it. The picture of me, I mean. Okay, so what we're doing now is something called breaking the fourth wall. And since I'm acknowledging that fact, does this mean that I am now breaking the fifth wall? I don't know. What I do know is that all this wall breaking is making me hungry. Maybe it was just me saying enchiladas earlier, but I could sure go for a plate of those right now. Tell you what, after our enchiladas, maybe you should bring a few new Skylanders back into the game and see what you can do with them. Okay, enchiladas it is, your treat. And take your time. Don't worry, these credits will be going on for a while. I'll be here. Maybe I'll bring the salsa for a little cha-cha-cha. And then we'll have cake. Oh!
Thank you for your exposition, Flynn, and cutting me off. But yeah, what I was gonna say though, this playthrough of the game has been so nice. I'm so happy that I found out the Wii version is just the better version compared to the PS3 and 360 version. I know I kind of, being put in that point, the grave and everything, I guess. But yeah, I genuinely believe that now. Like, man, this version of the game completely ruled. Like, yeah, did the frame rate mess up here and there? Yeah, the frame rate wasn't perfect and everything, and it obviously had that glitch for the armor master that basically soft locks you. But aside from those like two problems, like, this is definitely the far superior version, the one I heavily recommend people to play. Like, this is a great time. On top of that, like, the gameplay for it is really fun and everything. The levels, while on the simple end and everything, are still very fun to explore and everything. But I do believe they did do a lot better with Giants. But to be fair, this was the first game in the series. This laid the groundwork for everything. And Giants just kind of ran with that. Because, man, I can't wait till I eventually redo my Let's Play on Giants. That will be for a little while, especially since I have some other games I do want to play in the meantime. But trust me, our adventure in Skylands is far from over. But yeah, all in all though, I will say this game, like the Wii version of this game, has definitely helped my opinion a lot on Spyro's Adventure, and it is such a fun time. I heavily recommend it. Honestly, I recommend a lot of the Skylander games, except Imaginators. That one is far from my favorite one, but this game is such a good time. And again, feel free to pick it up and everything and just go through it. Like, the game and a lot of the Skylanders are like dirt cheap now, especially if you're looking for like just one of every element so you can do all the gates and everything. Like, this game is dirt cheap. So yeah, if you can find it, if you find it at like a used game store and everything like that, I recommend picking it up. It's a really good time, and is surprisingly a bit on the longer side, especially because there's still a lot more I need to do, particularly the heroic challenges and everything, and I do plan on doing those in the future. Don't get me wrong, I plan on doing those. But for now and everything, I'm happy where we're at and everything, and besides, that's going to be the heroic challenge video is going to be one that I'm going to be making for a little bit. To be fair, I'll probably make that whenever I'm done doing the Ratchet Deadlock Dead challenge video, like challenge mode run for the 100% completion stuff for that game, which I'm getting there. I'll just need to record more footage for that game. It's good lord. But yeah, all in all though, very, very solid game and everything. And it launched a series that I absolutely love, and was completely heartbroken whenever this series just started falling apart and everything. Like, man, nothing will beat the magic that this series had for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I love stuff like Pokemon and everything, and there's still a lot of magic in those series and everything, also like Sonic and everything, but man, for me, waiting for the next Skylander game to release and looking at all the new Skylanders announced and everything, and just waiting for it to release and only go to Toys R Us and everything and see like the new display and everything, it was such a magical feeling to me. I think all the Wave 1 and Wave 2 the Wave 1 Skylanders and everything, that's a feeling that will never be beat for me. Like, man, it's such a good game. This series was so good, especially since I really do think it peaked with Swap Force for me, but Trap Team was still a really solid game. I'm just still upset that Superchargers was a bit of a mixed bag in my opinion, and that Imaginators, man, that's definitely going to be like some sort of goal in the future for like subscriber goal for me to finally let's play that game, because good lord, I don't care for Imaginators. I did a playthrough with it with my brother recently, and that was just not that fun. He and I were just complaining the entire time, mostly because they nerfed a lot of the Skylanders that we all grew to know and love. But here, though, this game is really solid and everything, and it's always nice to go back to like the first game in a franchise just to see how this series has improved since then, what the first game did right, and this game did a lot right. On the Wii version, again, they outsourced the PS3 and 360 versions to another company to work on them, and those versions are far inferior to this one. But yeah, all in all though, this game is just so good, and I don't think anything will beat the first 32 Skylanders announced, though then again, the ones that were announced in Giants and everything were great, and there have been great Skylanders since and everything, but man, it's always nostalgic just going back and using the first few, like the first original like Skylanders and everything. But yeah, before the series kind of became a little bloated, not gonna lie. But yeah. I would also like to mention, though, that there are some things that this game could have done a bit better that other games definitely did better afterwards, particularly the Wing Sapphire distribution, because, man, having to wait a while to get some of the Wing Sapphires really hurt, and there being only 10 of them was a little annoying, just because that meant, like, yeah, some upgrades, you could, like, some upgrades were a lot cheaper and everything. It's just being limited to only 20% discount can be really rough, especially with how expensive a lot of the upgrades are. Thankfully, Giants would fix that problem and then some later on, like, whenever that game came out. And honestly, not gonna lie, that I can't wait to do the Giants Let's Play again, because, again, it just took what this game did and improved on it in every single way. And that's what makes it so exciting of a Let's Play for me to redo. Though I do need to think of what Skylanders I'm going to use and how I'm gonna go about it. Yeah. But all in all, though, I can't recommend this version of the game enough. It's such a good time and everything. And the only downside is, like, you do have to play it on lower end hardware, because I know not everyone still owns a Nintendo Wii, even though that was like one of the best selling consoles of all time. But hey, if you still own a Wii and everything and are willing to spend a little bit of money here and there for some of the older Skylanders, go for it. You will definitely be happy with it. And good lord, these credits really do go on forever. I see why that they made fun of it in Giants and onwards whenever they did the Flynn and Chompy Mage gag for that game. For that game's credits, because man, these go on forever. But I do like the little detail though that it shows different element symbols and everything for every, like for all the little different categories and everything. That's a nice thing that they did. But anyway guys, I think I might, yeah, I'm gonna cut my commentary here, but anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching this Let's Play. This has been such a fun time for me, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll also see you all in the next Let's Play. Bye!